Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Alhamdulillah, we have reached another Ramadan. How many people are excited for this Ramadan? All of you? Good, alhamdulillah. How many people want this to be their best Ramadan till date? Everyone should have their hand raised, right? Alhamdulillah. So, for us to make this our best Ramadan, we have to first understand the purpose of fasting, right? If you want to make the most of anything, you have to go back and figure out why you're doing it. What is the purpose behind it? And then you can make the most of it. So, why do we fast? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Al-Baqarah, sorry guys. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, O believers, fasting is prescribed for you as it was for those before you. So perhaps you will attain taqwa or do taqwa. So the purpose of fasting is taqwa. Right? So the question then is, what is taqwa? Because that is the key to our Ramadan. What is taqwa? There are many translations of taqwa we've heard over the years. Who wants to give me some translations? God consciousness, very common. What else? God fearing is very common. If you read the Quran, oftentimes the scholars, they will translate it as God fearing. Self-restraint is also common. Loving God is very common. When I was growing up, the common translation I heard was piety. Have you heard this before? Piety? It's very common when I was growing up. This is the reason there's so many translations, because taqwa is a very deep word. It has a lot of meaning to it. So the scholars, they give different interpretations. Alhamdulillah, all of these translations that you see in the Quran and that you hear, they're all correct, inshallah. But tonight, I'm going to give you a different translation. I'm going to give you a translation that is going to be very practical. In fact, you can take this translation and apply it in every moment of your life. So the first thing you have to know about the word taqwa, which is the key to our fasting, which is the key to our Ramadan, is that it's an action item. You have to do taqwa. It's not a state of mind. You have to do something. It's an action of the heart. For example, the ayah I referenced, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about taqwa. What is he connected to? I just recited it. Fasting. Is fasting an action item? Yes. Salah, when you come here and you pray, is that an action item? Yes, that's taqwa. Reading Quran, when you open the Quran and you start flipping through the pages, is that an action item? Yes. When you see, you're watching a show and an inappropriate scene comes on TV and you lower your gaze, is that an action item? Yes. So the first part of taqwa that we have to understand is that it's an action item. Now the translation that I want to give you. Taqwa means, or is translated as, choosing that which is more pleasing to Allah. Choosing that which is more pleasing to Allah. That's it. Take this translation. Because you know why this is a very deep translation? Because you can apply in every moment of your life. Yes, fasting is taqwa. Yes, salah is taqwa. Reading Quran is taqwa. Lowering your gaze is taqwa. Those are acts of taqwa. What about the rest of your day? The rest of your day, you have options every single day. Every moment of your life, you have options. Option A, option B, option C. When you calm down, you think about your options, and you say, what is more pleasing to Allah? You just did taqwa. That's it. I'll give you an example. Your boss calls you and says, you had a great 2023. I'm going to promote you. You're going to get a 50% raise, and I'm going to promote you to vice president. But you need to come to this party so I can promote you for team camaraderie. And you say, I really want to get this promotion. Inflation is through the roof. I need this extra money. I have kids to feed. But if I go to this party, there's going to be a lot of haram there. What is more pleasing to Allah? Sorry, boss. I appreciate you offering this to me, but I cannot make it. You know what's going to happen to you? Because you did taqwa, that's taqwa what you just did. Allah is going to send you a sign, brother. Allah is going to send you a sign, sister. Either your boss is going to give you the promotion and he's going to come and say, by the way, that 50% increase is now, I talked to HR, they want to give you a 100% increase. SubhanAllah, I'm like, oh my God, I did taqwa and Allah sent me a sign and He's giving me something more. Or you're going to get a call from a recruiter and they're going to say, they're going to give you a better job. Because you rejected this, because you wanted to do something that pleases Allah. To choose that which is more pleasing to Allah. That is taqwa. Can you do that every moment of your life? Absolutely. The other day, one of my students, I teach the kids here, he asked me, brother, is music halal or haram? What am I supposed to say to that? I'm like, listen, I'm not a scholar, I'm not a sheikh. I cannot answer that question for you. But let's take this concept of halal and haram and let's move it to the side for 2 seconds. Let's push it over here. And let's bring the concept of taqwa in this question. What is more pleasing to Allah? Forget halal and haram. Don't ask me that. I can't answer that question. I'm not a scholar. But let's bring in taqwa. What is more pleasing to Allah? You listening to Drake or you listening to the Quran? What is more pleasing? Do you need to ask a sheikh that question? No. It's that simple. To choose what is more pleasing to Allah. Your cousin, he's mad at you for some reason. You did nothing to him. He's cursing you out. He's slandering you. You have no idea why. You're like, I don't know what I did to this guy, but he's been cursing me out, slandering me. What you really want to do is say, you know what? You cursed me 5 times. Here's the 5 returns and 2 on top of that. You started it, I'll finish it. That's what your nafs wants to do. But you say, hold on, I'm going to bite my tongue. What is more pleasing to Allah? You go to your cousin or brother, whoever, and you say, brother, I love you for the sake of Allah. Why are you so upset with me? Choosing, is that hard to do? When someone insults you for no reason and you go and be the bigger man and say, I love you for the sake of Allah, why are you so upset with me? Is that easy to do or hard to do? Guys, come on, is it easy or hard? Easy? For some people it's easy, for some people it's hard. But you know what happens when you do this? Allah will increase your iman. A lot of times the question is that often is presented to imams is, Imam, my iman is low. My iman is like this. Sometimes it's like this and sometimes it's like this. How do I increase my iman? Taqwa. This is the common question. Taqwa is the answer. That's it. That is the answer. So, what I'm saying is taqwa is the answer. And to make the most out of this month, just focus on taqwa. You can have your goals, you can have your iftars and community, and you should have all of these things. I'm not saying don't do it. But if you want to make the most out of this month, if you want to be like, I want Allah, please help me make the most out of it. Allow this to be the best Ramadan yet. All you have to do is focus on the word taqwa. And when you wake up, every decision you make throughout the day, you try your best to choose what is most pleasing to Allah. You know this, that's how the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ raised the companions. The companions did not ask Muhammad ﷺ, what is halal, what is haram? You know what they used to ask him? O Rasulullah, what is more pleasing to Allah? O Rasulullah ﷺ, what is more pleasing to Allah? They didn't ask about halal and haram. They just stayed away from haram. They never asked that. So inshallah, in conclusion, if we want to make this the best Ramadan, we have to focus on the word taqwa, and we have to try our best to implement taqwa in every moment of your life. You have choices every moment. And if you can do that, if I can do that for the next 30 days, inshallah, this will be our best Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow this to be our best Ramadan. Jazakallah.